Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Freelance Speaking Institute, the course of spoken English. So, today we're going to start effective teaching and presentation skills. As you know, in our very first two lectures or three lectures, we have done with public speaking skills, right? So, as public speaking skills are considered most important and crucial for our life, same goes for our effective teaching method. Okay, how can you be a good teacher depends upon how you deliver, how you teach to students, right? So, there are two platforms for teaching. One is online and other is on site or offline teaching. Everyone has different preferences regarding the teaching methodologies or the way how they can adopt themselves towards the method. But there are some general rules which have to be followed by every teacher while he is delivering the lecture on site or online. So let's get started. First of all, we will be talking about the teaching style or method or effective teaching method for offline students, right? And then we will move on towards the online methodology. So let's get started. So, if you are delivering the lecture or you're about to start teaching in a school or in a college, right? Then you have to follow these rules which are on the screen. First of all, you have to know about your audience, means your student. You have to know about students' background, their knowledge level, their interests, okay? And based on that fits, you have to tailor the content according to the needs and learning goals of the students. All right? Then you have to be clear about your objectives. As in start of the lecture, I cleared that what we are going to start or what you are going to learn. Okay, so that the objective of the video or the lecture has been cleared so far. So same goes for you. All right, you have to define clear learning objectives for each lecture. You have to communicate these objectives at the beginning of the session. All right, then you have to structure your content accordingly, like introduction and main points and conclusions. Okay, you can use outlines, headings, and bullet points to structure the content. As this lecture is can be help out as an example. For example, I am talking about effective teaching. I'm just not only talking, but you can also see the points written on the screen in the bullet points or in the form of presentation. Okay, so these styles you have to adopt it for the whiteboard. All right, you can use different color board markers like red, green, and black and blue. Okay, after done with date or you can say students attendance, etc., then you can write main heading from the black marker, then the second heading from the blue marker, then bullet points from the red marker. You can also make a chart, okay, a flow chart or pie chart from green and red markers, etc., so that it can look beautiful. So your when board looks beautiful, then students tend to engage in lecture. Okay, so you can also do that. Then engaging delivery, you have to maintain interest. For example, if lecture is 30 to 40 minutes, then continuously 40 minutes you can't speak, neither students can listen you. Okay, you have to take small pauses, small breaks. You have to explain things regarding examples, or you can ask students that I have explained this concept to you. So if you have any examples from your life, then you can pitch the point on this table. Okay, so that's so when you adopt these methods or these styles, then it will create a learning and interactive environment in the classroom, and then student will engage in you and your lecture. All right. Then nowadays, every school or college has multimedia projector on in the classroom besides the whiteboard. Okay, so you can also use these projectors for the presentation, or if you have done with a theme, or if you have an example in a video form. Okay, or this example can be cited more easily by a drama, or you can say any short clip, then go for it. You should try your best to deliver the lecture by citing those clips, by using the projectors. All right. Then ensure students participation and interaction. For example, in 30 minutes lecture, you have delivered 20 minutes and 10 minutes are left. Okay, then you can revive the whole lecture in 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and with the remaining sessions or the remaining seconds or minutes, then you can ask students of their queries, or you can go for their interaction by using the whiteboard or by using the presentation. You can call any of the student, or you can call them voluntarily, that come to the stage and repeat the whole lecture. It will create more curiosity to the student, and more student start thinking about that. Our teacher can ask anybody to deliver the lecture. Okay. Moreover, nowadays there's a concept of WhatsApp group for classrooms. Okay, so prior to the lecture, the day earlier, you can you can share the students the lecture which you are going to deliver the next day. Okay. Moreover, you can also participate in interaction, like you can ask a question from the poll or interactive tools to engage students. You can ask them what which lecture or which topic they have to, or they want to study the next day. You can also give them some multiple options. Okay. Then you have to highlight the key points and avoid clutter. All right. Then ensure readability with appropriate font sizes and colors. This is about for your presentations. And when you're using the whiteboard, then obviously you have to write enough large to engage the students, so that every student, even the last corner of the classroom, can easily see the whiteboard. All right. Now move on towards the online teaching sessions. So that's all about the technology and tools. First of all, you have to familiarize yourself with the online teaching platform. For example, you can use Zoom, you can use Microsoft Teams, you can use Google Classrooms, and there are more and more teaching platforms available. Then use reliable tools for presentations, whiteboards, and collaboration. For example, if you are using Zoom for the online classes, then there's an option of annotation. Go to annotation, and then there will be option of text. And then you have to share the screen. When you are sharing the screen, it will there are three options like iPad, your screen, and whiteboard. Okay, you have to click on the whiteboard will appear. Then you have to go to annotations. A pen like structure will be there. You have to click on it, and there will be some pen, eraser, highlighter, and text. You have to click on the text, and when you click on your screen, the text box appear. Then you can write the whole lecture in it. You can bold it, you can italicize it. Okay, etc, etc. You're done with that. Also, you can use highlighter, so that it will create an engaging learning environment on the Zoom, in fact. Okay, then you can also use Google Classroom. All right. And then you can also make effective and beautiful presentation on Canva. Okay. Then you have to maintain eye contact with the camera to create a sense of connection. Okay. And if there's no camera on your laptop, then you can use chat, or you can use uh, continuous questions, or you can use more and more examples or interactive methods to engage the students. Okay. So make sure that your internet quality should be good enough, and it should be good sound quality also, right? Then what we have to do, we have to use interactive elements. All right. For example, you can also create Q&A sessions after a week, or quizzes or live polls, etc., etc. Okay, and you have to break the lecture into shorter segments to maintain attention. Okay, avoid long form paragraphs, avoid uh, long talk. Okay, be concise to yourself, be concise to students. Then you can use multimedia element, enhance engagement. Okay, if you are on laptop, then you can also, and it is easy for you to deliver a lecture by using video or short clips, etc., etc. Okay, and you can also share uh, downloadable resources with the students on the chat or even the WhatsApp group also. All right, then you have to foster a sense of community through regular check-ins and discussions. Okay, whenever you have to start a new lecture, just repeat the previous lecture, ask students some questions and ask for their queries, then move on to the next lecture. It will create a sense of more respect for the teacher, as students will get to know that our teacher is really concerned for us. Okay, and despite of moving on to the next lecture, he is still in process for our betterment for the previous lecture. Okay, and you have to then be punctual and regular, and you have to flexible and sportive for your student. If you have given them some assignments or homework, and if there are 2 days deadline, and if some students fail to deliver on time, then you have to be patient. You have to show some flexibility and support so that every student can engage in the study and every student can do their homework effectively and on time. All right. Yes, then you always have to be prepared to answer the questions. It can be happen that's uh, mostly we don't know the answer to the questions. You can get time if there is no shy on it. We are also human being. Teachers are not robot. Okay, but try the best to answer in that way that student can get annoyed. Okay, you can take time of 1 day, or you can take time of some hours or few hours, that okay dear, I will give you answer on WhatsApp, or you can make a phone call at that time. Okay, so that it can be a good and effective method to handle the query. Then make appropriate gestures. Okay, use hand and body movement to help engage the audience if you're using the camera, or if you're in a classroom, personal in-person classroom. And if you are not using the camera, then you can change your tone. Okay, you can change your style so that it would be also be same as you are making appropriate gestures. Then smile and stand confidently, whether if you're on online sessions or offline sessions. And again, if you're not using camera, then your tone should be enough evidence that you are smiling. Okay, and you are confident in delivering the lecture. After that, you just have to recap the main points of the presentation or the lecture, and thank you your audience for their patience. You can say thanks for your patience, or if you have any query you can ask. Okay dear, so that's all for today. So inshallah we'll meet in next session. Thanks for your patience, and if you have any query you can ask me in WhatsApp group. Jazakallah.